Hello everyone and welcome. This video is about the Alchemy Lab, and we're going to go through all the features of the Alchemy Lab and what you could do with everything. And special treat for you, I have some materials that I can show you what each thing does. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you see is basic craft. And when you open the window, these are if you just don't have time to hunt down the potion person in a town and you want your people to make the potions instead because it's materials versus money, you can have them do that. The large hit potion recovers 300 hit points. That's the one that we all use when we go out there and fight you know bosses and raids and all sorts of stuff like that. So that's the best one. There's a larger one, looks like a heart, but haven't been able to get my hands on that one. So as you can see, it goes from large, medium to small. If you're trying to get crystals, you can have your people work on a supreme crystal chest. It obtains 10 magic to unique crystals. So for all this material, which really isn't that much, except maybe the breath of life. That is, it's obtained, but you just can't farm it in large quantities. It's gotta drop. So do consider it if you want to try it and see if it's worth it or not. But there's a supreme and a high and a mid and a low for crystal chests. You got light fragments, so you can make your light stones. And I haven't messed with this one too much. Cronstone. Transferring enhancements, get more black stones in return, or when extracting black stones from the extractor. So, I really, it's a component, just haven't messed around with it much. I have some of it, but I'll mess with it later on down the line. But for everyday, use, just really don't use it much. But it's there. So that's the basic crafting window and what all that entails. And the material exchange is actually from another video I did from the blacksmith. It's just a shortcut to crafting gear, except it puts you on the material tab. And to explain what this is again, you're going into world bosses, you get fortunate enough to get a red drop from a world boss. You're like, ah, oh, come on. I have like 5 of these. What do I do with them all? How am I going to get, for example, I want Geoth's mask, which is down here. So what you do is you take all the duplicates, all the extras that you have of your red drops from world bosses, and you just, as it shows, you throw 2 in there. Congratulations. You don't need to stress over getting Geoth's mask and fighting Geoth 1,000 times wondering, am I going to get that mask as a drop? You can literally make the mask. So that's what that is. The fragments, I don't mess with that too much, but it's there. It seems like a long way around. This one is such the quicker route. So, and that's what material exchange is. Alchemy Stone, they just added some new stuff, but the info, it's basic info, what you can do and all of that. Alright, on to the show. Alchemy Stone. So, let's break down the white spots. Craft, very easy. I have 63,000 Alchemy Stone fragments, and you get these through various means around the game, from questing to different events, and even the what's her name, Talish's shop. You could get some of those, but you collect it through various means, and you bring them here, and it costs 75 of them to craft one. So we're just gonna craft one and see what we get. I'm not going to put you through watching 63,000 worth of crafting. So what you're also seeing here is you can take it to the next step, which is to auto synthesize, or to auto craft. Is just you click on auto craft and it'll just go. You can walk away from the machine and it will do its thing, or you can hit craft again and craft it one at a time. So that's how that works. Now if you go back, synthesis is when you have three of them, three of those stones like this, the orange stones. Then you can select them and you're gonna get tons of all these orange stones. Just you're shooting for red like this one. You want a red. So these are just material, really. So you throw three of them in and you hit synthesize and you're hoping for a red, and it doesn't give you a red. So if you have the amount of fragments I do and you collect so many of these orange stones off of it, you can simply auto synthesize and again walk away. It'll do it. There's an auto select if you want to just do it one by one, but you don't have to. And once again, on the craft window where it says auto craft, you have a little check mark there to synthesize as well. So it'll create the orange stones and it will group them into threes and bring them together, hoping that you get a red. And it'll keep this process going over and over until you just run out of materials. So that's what this means when you hit auto craft. So we're not going to do that. And the third one is amplify. So say you have a stone, you're like, oh, I really like this stone, I like what it does, usually a red. You need Caphras dust, and from my experience, you need about, I think it's 50,000 Caphras dust to get it to the maximum, which if you see where it says stone of support right below it, there's a +0, +0, and a little magnifying glass. You click on that and it gives you a preview of what you get when you max it out. So if I go to next level, and it's like +1, the highest is +30. So we're just gonna go all the way. See if I can hold this down. There we go. There you go. So when you max it out, what you get is your off weapon or your sub weapon is now at +6. So some people might think that's pretty good. You know, there's a thing called a sushi. It's a red stone that looks like a sushi from a sushi shop. I don't know, sushi restaurant. There you go. And it does +3 to everything. So that's why that's highly regarded. But if you just don't have that and you're just trying to do your best to get more, you can, and you have the Caphras dust, you can throw it into here and get yourself a +6 if this is what you like. So that's how this works. The dust just goes around a circle, and when it reaches 100%, then it will give it a +1 or +2, and it'll just keep going. Alright, so that's what amplify does. Now, you have a red, you plussed it to the maximum, which is +30. The one down here, it says Awaken Alchemy Stone. We're gonna do that today. So we're gonna click on that, and I'm choosing my Brave Stone of the Hunter. Damage against monsters. Shoot, I should have done the one damage against bosses. Let me quickly go out of there and see if I can pick that up. Monsters is fine if you're just struggling to kill them and you just want that extra edge, but against bosses, like it's world bosses. Don't I have a bosses? I thought I had a. There it is. Extra damage to bosses, excluding world bosses. So that's the one we wanted, the Conqueror. So we'll go back over here. Alchemy Stone. awaken, and we'll select it. So what this is, it awakens your stone, your alchemy stone, and it's just showing you that it can go from 1 to level 10. You do need the same type of stone to level it up. The same type. It doesn't have to be exactly that, in stats, just the name. It shows that I need 30,000 Caphras dust, and oh my, I didn't bring my Caphras dust. I was not prepared. Alright, let's go ahead and get that. Sorry about that. Let's see, there we go. Take that. Alright. Now I believe we're ready. Select that again. And now we have everything we need. And let's do it. Let's awaken it. So as you can see, the stats are -25 to your defense, but it gives you a boost of plus 50% damage to bosses, not world bosses. So let's see what it gives us now. So what it basically did is it took that -25 defense and put you in the positive. So there's no penalty to using this. There's now a +5 defense. That was worth it right there. Alright, and the very last feature, which I don't have that to show you today, is if you it's saying it's locked. Anyway, it's the same thing. Let me see if I can unlock it real quick. One sec. Sorry, very protective of these things once you get them. Okay, so we'll go back and select it. So they're saying you can enhance it with a Brave Stone of the Hunter or the Conqueror. It's basically showing you all the different types of stones you could collect to enhance it, to bring it to level 1, level 2, level 3, and it'll even show you, just like the others, what it looks like when you get it to 10. Now if you fail on trying to get it to a next level, there is a restore scroll that you can use to bring it back. So it's not like, shoot, I'm out. No, there is a possibility to save your progress. So let's see what happens when we get this to 10. Nice. Plus 60%, so 10% more, and 50% more defense CP. So this is pretty nice if you can get it to 10. It's definitely worth it in the end game. And there it is. That is all the features of the Alchemy Lab. Pretty simple and straightforward. Just you need to take your time, collect the materials, and then when it's right and it's ready, or you see a good deal, you jump on it and then come over here. It's always best to grind down materials in a big chunk. Don't do it in small pieces, because the game is very unforgiving. It will say nope, 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 nope. But in big chunks, like 60,000 of fragments, it'll say, alright, let's give you one. Alright? Once again, thank you very much for watching this video, and you have yourself a great day. Bye now.